Hi everyone, I'm Mr. DePaulo. Welcome to CSC 150. I'm providing this recording to try to give you a little bit of a intro to the course in case you can't make it to class, and to just introduce you to our class. Okay, so what you'll see when you go into Blackboard is you'll see a screen looks like this. Now I'm under announcements right now. So when you scroll the screen, you'll see announcements. If you got to reach me, my home phone number is 757-409-3272. You can text me if you want me to call you back. If you text me, please give me your complete name and what class you're in, so I'll know who you are. And I can talk. I'll reach you as soon as I can. You can email, but that's slower. I don't read email super often. That's for like a long-term question or something. Before you begin and start here, this is important. So let me show. Announcements is what you're looking at. So when you're in announcements, if I have a new announcement to put in here, then I'm going to put it in here for the week. Usually it's a reminder about something like that. So I have in here about the weekly meetings on Mondays. Our weekly meetings are Monday and Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. And most of them are about anywhere from 15 minutes to 30, because they're short. I just talk to you in the meetings about what you're going to do for this week, what you need to have done, and try to answer any questions of things that I know the students may or may not have problems with. If you want to hang around after I finish talking, you can ask me questions about whatever, or during the meeting, you can ask questions too. So I do take attendance. You're not required to be there. They're optional. Online classes usually don't require sessions, but I'm providing them Monday and Wednesday to try to ensure that you're more successful in the course than prior students have been. So it's your way of reaching me, see what's going on, are we good, and then just do your work for the week. So announcements has different stuff in here. Anyway, that's what that is. Now, the next one you get down here, start here today. I'm going to change this, and I'm going to put the video that I'm recording now, I'm going to put that here. So that's going to be like your welcome video. I think this video is a little bit outdated. I think it might have been a little younger in that video too. So you need to make sure that your device is current and workable. And if you got one from NSU, it is. And you need to, tonight, you need to go into Cengage and enroll. And once you go in there, just follow the steps, enroll with Cengage, and from then on you'll be able to access the textbook. You'll be able to read the chapters, and they have practice tests in there too. And the tests, I have tests that you're going to take that are, I'll show those to you in a little while. But they have practice questions, practice tests, and they have the chapters that you read. That's important. So you need to get into Cengage ASAP. The course starts August 22nd. Before Sunday of that week, you have the Chapter 1 test due. I do not accept late work. It's due before Sunday at 11:59 p.m. After that, I don't take late work. You have a 0 on it if it's late. If you have cause, like you got COVID or something, or death in the family, you have to leave town because of that, then you let me know and we'll work it out. If you get illness, something that debilitates you from doing your work or coming to class, we're not talking about one day, you have a whole week here. If you're out for a week or whatever, you go to the college infirmary or go to a doctor, get a doctor's note, and you validate it with the university that it is legitimate, and I'll give you an extension on it. Without validation, that doesn't count. Okay, so keep up with stuff. There is no late work. Okay, now, so this is where you check with Cengage. You register with Cengage, you go in there. Let's go to the next one. The next one here says CSC 150 Collaborate Session Link. So let me click that. This is where we are going to have our weekly sessions. See it? It says CSC 150 section. It's the link to Blackboard. It's kind of like Zoom. And you go in there and you click the top one, the course room, and it'll be unlocked and available. That's where I'll be. So you go in there. Don't be late. When it's over, it's over. Okay. You come in. I said 5:30 on Mondays and Wednesdays, and it's probably around 5:30, either 15 minutes, 30 minutes, unless I'm talking too much. And there will be some weeks it's longer, but I'll let you know ahead of time. Okay? So that's where you click into Blackboard Collaborate. It keeps attendance on you, so I know who shows up, who doesn't. People that don't show up, you're on your own. You read the book, you look at the assignments, you do the work. Because I'm showing up for 2 nights a week to make sure you're getting it. And after that, you get, online means self-help. But I'm trying to help people more than is normal to try to ensure that you're successful. So that's where you go for the online session links. Come there about 15 minutes ahead of time, and you should be able to get in, be ready to go. You should read the assignment before you go into, read the assignment link before you come to class, and that way when I'm talking about it, you'll have questions that you're not sure about and you can ask me about while I explain what you're doing for the first week, okay, or second week or third week. Okay, next thing, community is just stuff you can go in there and look at. Syllabus is a syllabus. Okay, you can read about that. Course information, you can scroll in there, see what's there. Overviews and objectives, that's fine. The big thing right here is assignments. This is where your weekly stuff is. Extra PowerPoint resources that go with the assignments and assessments are down here in PowerPoint resources. I'm going to go into assignments and assessments, which is what you do, where you turn it in, and how you get the stuff. This assumes that you've already registered with Cengage. So I'll click it and go into it. Okay, put this up here for you. This is a list of everything you're going to do in order. Week 1, starting August the 22nd, Monday. You're going to register with Cengage. You are going to open up Chapter 1. And you're going to read Chapter 1, which is Computer Devices and the Web. It's a long chapter, but easy reading. And then there is a test associated with that chapter. So there's a test associated with the chapter, and it's due by Sunday, 11:59. Oh, it says 11:30 p.m. It's supposed to be 11:59. I think I'll put... it's 11:30, it's 11:30. Okay, now these are the 10 things in order. I'm going to come back to these in just a second if you don't mind. Beneath it, these are all the assignments in order. This is where you open them up, and I'll show you, walk into them. Be careful, don't open a test up until you're ready to take it. Now when you come into this one, it tells you what it's doing, it tells you when it's due. When you come into this test, if you click it, the next one is the actual test. So if you click and go into that, it's going to start the test. You have, I think it's 2 hours to do the test, and then it gives you a grade. Be careful, when the test starts, it's got a timer. So don't start a test and go to class. When you start a test, you have 2 hours to take the test, because it'll time you out and close the file. I give you 2 tries at taking the test. If you take a second try, the second one counts. It's not highest and best. It's last attempt counts. If you take the first one, get a good grade, you're done. You take the first one, you don't get a good grade, you got a second try. You take the first one, you have some type of device glitch. I don't know, people have it, they dropped a book, there's electrical, someone hit your wire or whatever. your battery dies, I don't care. On the first try, you get a second try in it. 2 tries is a max, okay? If you have problems with your device, the university has help. It's got Blackboard help, it's got device help. There are phone numbers you can call to help you. Okay, I don't fix laptops. I don't hook them up. I don't do any of that. You can hook it up with Cengage, make sure your laptop and everything works with Cengage, and make sure your iPad, if you get it from university, works, and that you're good to go. Okay? Don't come back to me the next week and say my iPad doesn't work, because if it doesn't work, you have the whole week to get that fixed by going to the university and get it fixed. So I'm firm on due dates. Due dates are due when they're due. You can't use a device as a problem why you didn't do your work, because you have a week to do your work, which I think is 7 days. Okay? So make sure your device works and all that. This is where you take your test. You'll take it, you'll turn it in, it'll give you a grade. Okay? You'll put the grade in Blackboard. I'm going to go over here and show you on the left side of the screen. If you scroll down here, you'll see my grades. You see my grades down here? Blackboard, when you take a test, it records your grades in my grades. So I'll pop over here to my grades and show you what's in my grades. It says everything that's graded will be up in here. So this should show you, let me see, upcoming. Anyway, it's got all any grades that's done that you've done will be in my grades. So let me take you back to assignments and assessments. Okay, let's scroll down again. Week 1, computer devices and the web, take a test. Week 2, the internet, read the chapter, take a test. Week 3, read the chapter, take a test. So your first 3 weeks, I'm going to come to class, I'm going to talk to you about what the chapter is, what you got to do, how you take the test. And that's pretty much it. And you're just going to read the chapter, take a test, turn it in. Whatever your grade is, whatever your grade is. You have 1,500 points in this course. So your grade at any time is the number of points you've accumulated divided by the number of points possible. How many points did you get out of how many possible? You divide it in a calculator, you get your average. Okay? In the 90s are an A, in the 80s are a B, in the 70s are C's, and 60 and above are D's. 60s and above are D's. You have A minus, A, and A plus. I don't think you have A plus. You do have B minus, B, and B plus. Anyway, so this is where you find the things. The first 3 chapters are reading tests. Now the third module is actually called Chapter 5, even though it's Module 3. Week 4, we do 2 items. We do a cover letter, and we do Microsoft. We do a cover letter and a collegiate resume during week 4. Very simple. One cover letter is like 2 paragraphs introducing you to graduate school, or you're applying for a job after you graduate from college. The collegiate resume, I give you a template for a resume. I won't take resumes that you made before. You open up a template file and you put all the information in, as much as you can. You can use information from your old resume, just don't copy and paste. If you copy and paste an old resume into your new resume, it ruins your formatting. You just need to type it all in yourself into the resume and then save the files. You upload those files to me in here. When you go in here, I'll show it to you. I'll walk in here, I'll show it to you. See, there are 2 different places. These are where you get the files, that if you want them. That's a template file. See, cover letter template. Template means you open it up, you go fill it in. Resume, where's the other one? Template file. Template means you open it up, you go fill it out. And you complete them, you save the file yourself. You need to save all digital files, and then you upload it into this assignment. And then I'll grade it. That grade will go into Blackboard. That's going to be like week 4, I believe. Okay, so let me go back. Let's see. Gotta go back. Okay, so that's week 4, module 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, now I get it. The next one is called Module 6. The reason it's called Module 6 is that this is Module 4 and 5. There are 2 assignments in here, 50 points each to a total of 100. These are real easy to do, by the way. The next week, Module 6, is a Chapter 3 test of Microsoft Word. So again, you go in to read the book about Microsoft Word. A lot of y'all know a lot about Word already, and you take a test based upon that's based upon what you read in the book. Again, you get a second 2 tries to take the test. The next week, well, it's a couple weeks later, you're going to have a Microsoft Word research paper. It's 5 pages total, and it counts 300 points, not 100. Everything else was 100 points. So this is 300. It's a good chunk of change. The trick to this is to do what you're told. If you do what you're told and the formatting and everything is correct as you're told, then you get 300 out of 300. If students try to do something different, they're going to get a bad grade. Everything in this course is Microsoft. There's no Google anything. You don't Google Docs anything, no Google Slides, no PDF files. Everything is Microsoft. You have Microsoft Word, which is a doc file. You have Microsoft PowerPoint and PPT file. You have Microsoft Excel in the Excel file. That's what everything is. We don't do other sorts of software. Everything's Microsoft. Microsoft comes with your laptops or your iPads. The university provides it to you. Make sure you have Microsoft and you're able to access Microsoft Office with your device. Okay? Next one is that's a research paper. I'll talk to you more about that. Alright, so anyway, when we come in here, I'll talk to you about this. Then we're going to go into Excel for a couple weeks. First thing you do before Excel is you read the chapter, first couple chapters, and then you take a reading test. A reading test means I read the chapter and then I ask you a test based on the chapter. So if you read the chapter, you'll do really well in the test. If you didn't read the chapter, you won't. Okay? Remember, you get 2 tries to take a test. So if you're not good at the first one, you get a second chance. Then that's it. So that's the Excel reading test on 2 chapters in Excel. Okay? So if you read the book, it tells you how to do it. It's got videos and everything in it. Alright? Now, let me show you something else up here. If you go way to the top up here for Excel, I also found this little link for beginning Excel. So there's a little link here that tells you a lot of basics. So if you watch that video, that'll help you a lot. Okay? Now, let's go back into Microsoft Excel. These 2 weeks, when you show up these 2 weeks, it's going to take me an hour and a half to walk you through an Excel lab. So when I do the first one, which is Lima Wholesale, we're going to come in here, you're going to be ready to go and open up our Excel documents. I'm going to walk you through how to do it. Okay? And then you're going to finish that, you can hit submit. You'll have that done. If you don't finish it or whatever, you don't understand, I'll be back Wednesday night, do the same thing again. So if you get stuck, something goes wrong, you can finish it Wednesday night. Anybody that doesn't come to class that week, Monday or Wednesday, you do the makeup assignment. There's a makeup assignment, you do that instead, and you upload that instead. I know who's in class because I take attendance, and whoever's in class for those things, I'll assume that you're going to give me the Lima Wholesale. If you're not in class, you go do the makeup. The makeup's in the textbook. But that's on your own by yourself, without my help. I don't help people for makeup. I show up 2 times, show them how to do it, and then if you're not there, you're on your own. Okay? Now, first week is Lima Wholesale. The next week is called Ale Insurance. Ale Insurance is real similar to the other one, so if you now do the first one, you get really fast at doing the second one. First one's slow, second one's fast. You just did a couple labs on how to use Excel. Basic, simple Excel. How to make sure it works. These files, you'll digitally save them. You will save a copy, and you'll upload me a copy of your documents. I will grade those. Give you a grade for how well did you do them. Okay? The following week is an application test. If you did those 2 labs, this test is not hard, because this test is based upon, hey, what did you get out of those labs? Did you know what you were doing? And it's like 20 questions, I think, something like that. So this is relatively easy if you knew how to do those 2 labs. Again, I gave you 2 shots at it, I believe. Okay, your last one is a final e-portfolio. You will save all your digital files. You're going to make a PowerPoint up. It's kind of like a PowerPoint that's a resume. It's like 20 slides. It includes all your digital files that you did in this class as examples of your work. And it's going to have a lot of information about what's your major, what are your goals, what things have you done, what have you accomplished, what do you want to do, what's your degree in, friends that you have, things that you like, hobbies, interests, a lot of different information. That'll make up 20 slides to give a possible employer, someone else, an idea of what you've done, what you're capable of, and where you're going in your life, what's your direction. And also a little bit of personal about who you are. Because people don't just hire you on your skill set, they also hire you based on your personality. Someone could be really great at a job, but if they're a total jerk, they ruin the organization. They ruin it. So people want people that are quite capable and talented, but that are nice and work around other people. People don't work in a vacuum, they work around people. So you need people that can work with other people and are good at their work. Okay? Anyway, that's what the e-portfolio is. There is no extension on that. That's the end of the semester. Okay? So you'll see again. I put the list up here again of everything that you're going to do, what the due dates are, how many the points are. Okay? And this is your assignments and assessments. Assessments are tests, assignments are things you turn in and submit, and I grade them. You can look in, let me go back. If you go into My Grades, that's where your grades are located. If you want to know what your current grade is, you take the number of points that you've accumulated and divide it by the number of points you have up until that point. So after week 1, you have 100 points. So if you got a 70, after week 1, you have 70 out of 100. After week 2, if you have 180 points after week 2, it's 180 out of 200. So every single week, it's how many points you've accumulated divided by how many are possible. All of that you're going to find down in My Grades. It'll show you your total number of points accumulated. If you see a blank there, it's because you didn't do it. Blanks are zeros. It doesn't give you a 0, it gives you a blank. But blanks are zeros. After the due date goes by, that is unrecoverable. So stay up with stuff. And I'll see you next Monday at 5:30. Please be a little bit early. Come in. And it's going to be a pretty short class. I'm just going to say welcome to class and all that. Register with Cengage as quickly as possible. I think I opened this course up like Sunday or Monday, early. So you should be able to go and look around, register with Cengage, be ready to go, okay? And get going. Okay, I think that's it. So let me hit stop recording and we'll be okay. I'll see you next Tuesday, folks. Be a pleasure. This is Mr. DePaulo.